Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is Antigonus Gaming with Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. In the last video, we defeated Dupless. Mario regained his identity. Vivian switched sides and joined up with Mario and his friends. And we realized that we need to go out to Keelhaul Key. We met up with Flavio, who is the eccentric rich merchant, who's the wealthiest guy in Rogueport, who has his own boat, and who is interested in potentially going to find the treasure with us. And we've got a crew of 3 toads, a weird dude with goggles on, and then a bomb with a knife patch. Yes, well, sadly, a slight problem seems to have popped up. Feast your eyes on this outrageously fantastic ship. She's a fine vessel, no, Flavio says. She is the SS Flavion, the queen of the countless ships of my personal fleet. The raw majesty of her hull, the pomp and circumstance, none can compare to her. Behold the elegant curve of her prow. She cuts to the very soul, don't you agree? But she is not just a beauty, she's a savage beast on the water, tops among our sailboats. But above all, I tell you, this proud ship can... yes, did you speak? Yes, of course. The problem is that it sprung up. I had completely forgotten about the SS Flavion. She bewitches me. Well, here's the issue. We have no navigator. He ran off, the dog. The navigator, of course, is the highest-ranking helmsman. They steer the ship. They steer ships, you know. Now, here's the real problem. The waters around Keelhaul Key are deathly dangerous. We need an absurdly skilled helmsman as our navigator. It is how you say a pickle. Oi, Flavio. The Baba. Heard you talking there, sir. You don't be saying I might have a solution. Don't tease me, Papachi. It's all our fault. Let's put it out already. Well, sir, I've heard talk about fame. No, a legendary sailor living in Rogueport. Yeah, I think he's called Admiral Bobbery. A salty old sea dog, by all account. But he's said to have the helmsman's touch, sir. He can make any ship bow to his will. Thing is, there ain't a soul what's seen him in the seas of late. Massa boom, problem solved. Let us scout out this Bobbery fellow and get him on board. As his customer, my captain will handle negotiations. That would be you, Mario. That does sound fair to everyone, does it not? No complaints. Aye, sir. Aye, sounds fair, sir. Good plan. It's decided. Let's find our fortunes. Oh, yes. Gonna be filthy rich. Can't wait to leave. Please, I'm your acquaintance. So the dude in the yellow overalls with the goggles looks suspiciously like Lord Crump. In fact, it's very obvious that it's Lord Crump in disguise. So Mario and his friends don't know that. We're going to talk to Podley, who's the guy who runs the bar. Admiral Bobbery, yeah, I know him. You know that house just past the wall in the eastern part? That's his. But I think both you and he would be better off if you just let him be. Alright, we're gonna... Gonna power up Vivian. Shazubi. Shazubi. Here to power up more? Nope, we're good. Alright, so we go past the wall. First, we're going to go to the Trouble Center. So there's all these spots. We haven't really... Most of these... Give him the key. Yes, my key. I'll get into our house. Flavio, thank you. Please take the payment for your... So, most of the quests in this game are really... They're just fetch quests, basically. I'm after an elusive badge. Must explain in person. Meet me on the roof of Zesty's house in Rogueport, sir. This poster is anonymous. This may be dangerous. Do you want to take this trouble? I'll say yes. Do it and do it right. Alright. So we're gonna go find the, go to the badge shop to take on this quest. Go through the inn, past the badge shop, and there's Miss Mouse. Mr. Mustache Cutie, I'm on with the trouble. I'm a pretty lucky girl to have strapping fellow like you take on my trouble. Well, let me get it to you, okay? It's not all I can to find this one elusive badge, but I failed it every year. The badge is hidden in Hooktail's lair, that much I'm sure. I went to check on that room after I heard you defeat Hooktail, but nothing. I did hear rumors to find this badge, one has to use the win. I have no idea what that means, though. Anyway, look for it, okay, sweetie? Alright, so we have to go to, Hooktail Castle. Now we have a shortcut to Twilight Town. Pop out, we're in Petalburg Village now. But we're not going to be here for that long. Be honest, we're just gonna run away from these fights. They're not gonna they're gonna take more time than it's worth for 1 star point each. Alright, so now we're back in Hooktail's castle. And we don't need to fly across the way this time because we have Yoshi Jr. We're just gonna skip past a lot of these enemies here. We gotta go all the way back to the boss room, and unfortunately there isn't a shortcut to get there. We don't have to do any of the optional the other side rooms, but it is still just like annoying that we have to climb all the way up to the top of the castle. But it is what it is. Climbing up and up and up. Again, there's just no point in doing these fights. We're gonna get 1 star point for doing them. It costs more time and such to fight than it would to just run. I'm fighting these particular enemies though, because they're right next to a thing that I'm gonna have to go on. That I'm gonna have to, like a platform I'm gonna have to activate, and if I have to do it more than once, I don't want to have to keep running away from them over and over again. But it's only 1 point, so like there's just not much point to fight that many enemies in here. The reason we're doing this side quest is specifically because Miss Miles will join us if we complete it. And then she'll become one of Mario's companions. As I literally just fell off, so... I have an idea, actually. No, I fell off. Ugh. I hate this one. Go across the little beam in the ceiling. And we gotta use the thing to turn it into the paper airplane. Fly all the way across. We keep going. I think that's the only thing that we can't like skip through. That's an annoying challenge. Yeah, okay, we're way on the, we're up on the bridge now. Going towards where Hooktail used to live. Go up the steps. Tallest tower in the castle. We need Madame Flurry for this one as well, actually. So we're gonna bring her out. And then we're immediately gonna get ambushed by a Goomba, but we got rid of that guy real quick. That's no problem. So we go back into the boss room. There won't be a boss. There won't be any enemies in here. It's just an empty room. However, there's a chest in the middle of the room that was hidden behind some paper. And we get the elusive badge. Why not? Is there anywhere I can just jump off the edge here? No. Unfortunately, I cannot just jump off and paper airplane my way out of the dungeon. Convenient, but I have to go all the way back down the steps and out of the castle by manually. And that's just one of the weaknesses of some of these early to mid 2000s games. The lack of fast traveling and stuff really hurts. Having to manually go. I mean, there is a little bit of fast traveling, but that room with the warp pipes, I believe that was an addition to this remake. For quality of life purposes. And it just made too much sense to do that. They had something like that in the original Paper Mario, in the original version anyway. Oh, yeah, there's a warp pipe we can go into. Oh, it just takes us back up to the top. Okay. But at least that makes it easy to get out of here. Now we're back onto the first floor, so... Oh, wait, we actually need Yoshi. Run away from these dead bones. Then, yep, we're back to the entry hall. Get out of here. There's a badge that I can get. Yep. Oh. So there's this, like, there's these little platforms. HP plus badge. Alright, so. That will increase Mario's HP by 5 when we equip it to him. Alright, now we can head on back. We're actually right next to the sewer here. So we gotta get on top of the Admiral's house. So his house is right next to the Trouble Center. Oh wait, no, we're gonna go talk to Miss Mouse first. Sorry. Then we'll deal with Admiral Bobbery. That face, does that mean you found the badge? Give her the badge. Well, this is certainly the badge that I was looking for. Oh my, yes. Now, my sweet, promise to hear me out without getting mad. You see, I was the one who hid that badge. It was a little game of mine. I have to apologize. But I knew you'd find it, my handsome cheese hunk. You may have even more badge finding skills than I do. I just thought of something. Perhaps I should travel with you from now on. Because I'm sure to find lots of badges that way, don't you think? You know, about that, well, let's see. I'll take this badge you managed to find back, but I expect you to lead me to more. FXB badge. To sound mousy. Now let me formally say that you will now enjoy the pleasure of my company. She kisses him. Miss Miles joined up. Miss Miles' ability, the primer. Press X and Miss Miles will sniff the surrounding air. If there's any items or objects hidden nearby, she'll point you toward their general direction. Press X to have Miss Miles check for anything in the air. Yes, there should be something nearby, she says. And then there's a chest over nearby. If there's an item or something of interest nearby, her nose will twitch. Now press X again to have her check the air again. There's something right near us, sweetie, she says. Her reaction will change depending on the distance of the item. That concludes. I've mastered it. Battle, she can use Love Slap. She can also help by using Kiss Thief to steal an enemy's item. Solve the trouble. Alright, so pick up Goombella, and she's kind of the main side character. So the Admiral's house is right next to the Trouble Center. It's just like a nondescript house. So what we have to do is we have to somehow get on top of it. So there's a bridge with a fence that we can't get through, but the fence only extends on one side, so we're gonna have to use Yoshi to hop across the water. And then there's a bunch of boxes we can jump on to get on top of one of the other houses. And then we're gonna have to hop across the way again. And then there's like the Admiral has a fireplace chimney we can go through when we roll. What do you blokes want? So he's a Bob-omb, except he's got a fuse and like a white Admiral's hat, a big white beard, blue shoes, and then he's got like a spinning, looks like like a steering wheel on like an old ship. Big old ship of the line kind of ship. What do you want blokes want? Admiral Bobbery? I have a faintest idea what you're talking about. Now, if you please. Drop the axe, Super Stash. We already found out you're Admiral Bobbery. What a poppycock. Tell me, what would you want with me if I were this chap? Alright. You serve me as a navigator, you want me to do the job, So sorry, but you'll have to look elsewhere. I shall not set upon the sea. Nevermore. But that's just not cool. You want to see me beg or something? Is that it? She says, you have to come along. Only you can save us. Get us safely to Keelhaul Key. Awfully sorry, dear fellows, but when I say no, what I mean is no! And he unlocks the door. Now, away with you. There's a giant sprite in his bedroom. Grab that, because it wouldn't be an RPG if we're not just grabbing random things out of people. What's the next move, Chief? This stealth is gonna go nowhere fast. I can't figure this guy out. What's his beef with the ocean anyway? We gotta go find someone who knows all this dude's deal is. Alright, well. So we're gonna have to go find Podley, the guy running the bar in the first floor of the inn. Talk to him. So you say Bobbery won't go to this, well, you can't say that surprises me. The real question is, are you folks really sure you want Bobbery on the water? Mario's like, yes. Oh, that's it. I'll see. You want me to mount an expedition? You want to mount an expedition to Keelhaul Key? Well, rough seas out there. Most sailors would meet there. It's not all Bobbery, though. The fact of the matter is, Admiral Bobbery's tale is sad. Horrible, actually. You'll probably end up crying, but I'll tell it to you anyway. I'll say, please do. I can take it. In that case, get ready. Bobbery's tale will go something like this. Bobbery was once married. He had a wife of enduring beauty named Scarlet. The two of them were madly in love, the sort reserved only for fairy tales. Now, Bobbery was a renowned sailor, so he was away from home for long periods. Scarlet never complained, though, and always waited faithfully for Bobbery's return. And Bobbery, his eyes never drifted. He loved only Scarlet, truly and deeply. So they lived and found happiness where they could. All was good for a time. But not all good things can last. It was a particularly icy winter when it happened. Scarlet fell ill, a virus, passing cold no one knew, but it soon turned serious. Bobbery at sea on a long, lonely voyage knew nothing of his bride's suffering. By the time he returned, Scarlet had succumbed. She was gone. Bobbery, of course, blamed himself. My loving wife perished because of me. If I were not at sea, I could have nursed her to health. I could have saved her. He was overcome with such thoughts they tormented him, always haunting his sleep. He has never gone out to sea since. Gee, what a downer. I guess that's not a pretty good reason for hating the ocean. You all know his tale, so tell me, do you still want to return? I'll say yes, we have no choice. Very well, I understand. If you're that determined, I'll give you this. So an old letter. This is the letter that Scarlet wrote to Bobbery before she departed. On her deathbed, Scarlet wrote this Bobbery a final letter. You hold it in your hands. I don't know what's written inside, but I can tell you that what she told me as she lay dying. If I should succumb to this plague, and if my love blame himself for my death, and give this letter to him so he may hear my voice. It was her last request. But when I saw Bobbery in misery, trying to forget the pain as he mourned his wife, I just couldn't bring myself to present this letter to him. I've regretted it ever since. Please, take this letter and do the deed that I was too cowardly to do. Take it to Bobbery. Listen, Podley, thanks to Tom. We'll deliver this thing. You feel better, okay? Let's go, Gonzalez. There's people that meme that Podley is like the real villain of this arc because all Scarlet asked him to do was deliver a letter to Bobbery for her, and he held on to it for years and years and years and years and years. So we got Goombella out, and we're gonna go deliver the letter to Bobbery. What? Oh, Blabberton's beard, not you again. No matter how many times you entreat me, my stance is firm. Now away with you. Mario gives him the letter. Pardon, a letter, you say? For me? What? Scarlet? This is Scarlet's handwriting. Scarlet, my love. Bobbery says. My love, if you're reading this letter, then I am no longer by your side. Because fate has stepped between us, I have decided to write you this letter. If you're reading this, I must have passed away while you were out at sea. I can only assume that you will blame yourself for it, my sweet Bobbery. Although my life was short, you gave me more than a lifetime's worth of joy. Though you will mourn, I beg that you remember that that time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea as you were one with me. Do not lose both of your life's loves. Time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea as you were one with me. 1,000 pardons, but may I have a moment, if you please? Bobbery goes back into his room. Yes, love, I was happy, my sweet sister. I love you still. Comes out, Mario holds. Now then, you were looking for a navigator booth bound for Keelhaul Key?
Oh, yeah.
If you think an old sea bomb like me is what you need, then let's shove off. Admiral Bobbery, this is awesome. The ship's in the harbor. I must inspect it before we leave. I shall meet you there. He leaves. So now we're gonna head to the harbor? Yeah, I mean, like, literally all he had to do was give him that letter. And I get that he was like, oh, he's depressed, he can't handle it. But it's like, that's the exact time to hand the letter. Because clearly what she wrote was exactly what he needed to read. So it's just like, dude, some best friend you are. Okay, talk to Flavio on the ship. I knew you'd get Bobbery on board, you wonderful mustache man, you. To you, I must say, ahoy! I was wise to choose you as captain. Ahoy to me as well. My men have already loaded our cargo and supplies. Yes, preparations are complete. Now, if you have no errands, we can depart at once. What do you say? I'll say, yeah, let's shove off. Very well. To the sea. Raise anchor and set sail for thrills and emotion. And romance. And money. Our destination is dread Keelhaul Key. Wait up. A bomb jumps on. So we got the ship taking off into the sea. There's an X-Naut hiding behind a barrel. This is X-Naut 1 over here. Come in, dude. I repeat, X-Naut 1 over. Roger, reading you 5 by infiltration successful. X-Naut Black aboard vessel. Repeat, X-Naut Black is aboard vessel. Chapter 5, The Key to Pirates. Ship is sailing, month, star, day XO. Over the protests of my crew, the SS Flavio has set sail. Is this voyage as reckless as they say? Ah, I must scoff. Flavio will show them guts. Now it's nighttime. Daytime. Month, star, day XX. Another day of good wind, white clouds, they dazzle me. It's as if they are blessing our voyage. Flavio thanks them most heartily. Month, star, day X music note. Things are going smoothly, perhaps even too smoothly for my comfort. At this speed, we should reach our destination by tomorrow's sunrise. Skull, Captain Caster's gate, red jewel shines in place. Boom, bossa boom, festival. The Stash Brothers, best of friends, 3 times red. Dash lands on his end. He's singing with his red treasure. Blue Stash's belly, 4 times his whack. So let's hear those fireworks go boom! At the Boom Bossa Boom Festival. Yes, now we are talking. Flavio told you, did he not? Nothing to fear, no. This island is right before our eyes. Do you not see it? It is a mountain of treasure. Oh, ho, ho, I feel fabulous. Shall I tell you one of my many tales of raw bravery? No, it is no trouble at all. There I was locked in deadly combat with a sea serpent. Yes, but even then I smiled. Great, he started again. A tale of bravery. Right, I heard this one yesterday. There's nowhere to escape. We just have to listen until he's finished. Yeah, if you interrupt him mid-story, he'll absolutely lose it, too. Why is what's going on over here? The ship's stopping. Oi, Master Flavio, sorry to interrupt with the wicked story, but the ship's stopped. Like, Flavio's talking and nobody's listening to him. Ah, stopped, you say. To me. After interrupting a story of passion and fury, well, it was your job. You keep the ship moving, yes, so take care of it. Bobbery walks over. I see no issue with the ship itself, and I assure you, I am not a rusty sailor that I would miss it, Bobbery says. I'll investigate right quick. Wait a tick. Babam goes up to the mast. He's looking around. Then all of a sudden you see this blue flame. Yeah, I'm working on it. Just get rid of Goomba Stomp moment, you scallywags. And all of a sudden all these clouds come in. And you see this blue fire spirit. Oh, wait, quit shoving, I'm working over here. And I said quit shoving. Babam's, ah! The Babam is running around, the blue fire spirit's chasing him. Comes down the mast. They're here! What ruckus is that? Who's here? Someone tell me what's going on. You see all these spirits. Everyone starts panicking, including... So... No, they're upon us. The pirate ghosts! All them rumors were true. What do? We gotta get out of here. Everyone's running around. Ah! Don't panic yourselves. It's just a dream that we all having while we're awake. Now go quickly. Move the boat. Thousand were completely surrounded. Oh, ghostly thing, are you really the savage pirate king? Help me! Flavio says he's totally... Back up now, everyone. Remain civilized. Relax. Don't panic, Bobbery says. Relax, I say. Simply must take her easy, or what? I said this. Bobbery's thrown overboard. Bobbery, no! Excuse me, listen, everyone. We can form an orderly line without shoving right after. Lord Crump gets thrown overboard. Hey! People keep... Abandoned ship! Every rich, marvelous merchant for himself! The ship starts going down. Month star, day X star. Fortune from disaster. The kindly sea washed us ashore. What strange irony that the island... Keelhaul Key was our intended destination all along, no? And yet when we mourn, we have lost 3 crew members, including Admiral Bobbery. It pains me to think they were taken by the Pirate King, that ghastly, ghostly thing. What happens to us now? We may be lost without hope, struck in the wilds. Month, star, day, X, heart. We have made a semblance of civilized life here. The ships float some washed in, and now we have salty bread and other salty things. We could live for some time on this salty bounty of the sea, but then what I ask. Month star, day circle. We have built a few huts from the washed up timbers. Port sweet SS Flavio. At least the shanties keep out the wind and rain. We still have had no sign of Bobbery and the others. In my heart, she doubts. Still, despite my fears, we must continue to hope they are alive somewhere. Month star, day circle X. 3 days on the isle now, and the huts are all finished. We have carved a life out here, though we all dream of a return to Rogueport. Keelhaul Key. Got Mario and Bella on the shore. Oi, Captain Stash! Here comes one of the bombs. It ain't much, but we finished a wee hut for you to rest in. Come and have a look. So we got like a... Captain, please help us. Flavio and Papatch are in a huge fight. So Flavio and the bomb with the eye patch. What do you say, Squinty? You turned to jelly when you saw those ghosts. What are you talking about? You were the one clicking in his boots, fancy pants. Wait one moment. Did you just call the great Flavio fancy pants? That's right, fancy pants, fancy pants, fancy pants, fancy pants, fancy pants. Flavio. Why, you little cyclops! Flavio demands satisfaction. You, me, hammers at dawn. Boy, that's right. Fine by me. I can't wait to put a few dents in those fancy threads. They're here! Captain Sash, them ghosts are back. The ghosts show up. 3 of these little blue ghosts show up. Mario, front and center. This is an order. Take care of those ghosts. So the background's like a tent in a beach area. We've got X-Dots in the crowds right now. Scan these things. 7 wasn't enough to take them out, huh? It's an Ember. Oh, 8 damage. Sword of pale blue. Flame sword kind of spooky. Max HP 8, attack 3, defense 0. Of course, this thing's flame, so touching will hurt. Didn't Mama teach you that? Here's another thing you should know. Something horrible is likely to happen if you attack it with fire. Looks like it's susceptible to ice or explosive attacks, though, so that's something. If you get hit by a flame attack, you'll catch fire, so try to guard well. Alright, so we don't want Vivian against these things since she uses fire attacks. Bingo. Fills the crowd. The Exonauts are cheering us on because we're gonna bring out Coops. He should be able to hurt these guys with his shell. I'm gonna test that out right now. Yep, he can. Got one left. Stars. Yes, you're a booming beast, Captain Stash. Who really to celebrate? No, these are surely more than elsewhere. Someone must investigate the rest of the island. Yes, that's what it must be. So, leader of this expedition, I, of course, should stay here on this, I broke no argument. Ah, yes, of course, Mario. Perhaps you could handle the exploration of that. I'll say, can do. That's my boy. I knew you'd go for it, boldness. We can count upon you. So... we've got this encampment, we've got like a store. We've got super shrooms, honey syrup, a fright mask, which can scare enemies away, sleepy sheep, fire flower, ice storm. We're actually full on items at the moment, so yeah. Head on into the interior of the island. We got fuzzies. These ones are green. Head rattle bed may temporarily confuse an enemy when you hit them with this ability. Oh wow, so two parts of the stage fell on the enemy at once, which allows Goombella to do 4 damage and take the thing out. Now we're at 70 points, 8 more points. Luigi's in the crowd this time. Got a new type of the piranha plant. Scan it. These ones are yellow and red and green. That's a putrid piranha. It's a poisonous piranha plant. The color is totally sickly. Max HP 8, attack 3, defense 0. It bites and it attacks with super rank poison. breath mint, table flower. If you get poisoned, your HP will slowly go down, so, you know, try not to. And we both poisoned, unfortunately. Well, Goombella's poisoned, Mario's not. Vivian out, so and we're just a classic jungle island ambiance, so just in case you were wondering. Alright, so Vivian leveled up in the last time we were in town, so she can use Fiery Jinx now, which this will set all enemies on fire. X, X, B, Y, B. Oh. We're gonna use Super Hammer. Alright, 12 points, so we're at 98 points now, so we'll level up with our next encounter. Got a star piece. Continue. So we've got Yoshi Kid. There's like a box that we had to unveil. And we did. Oh wait. I'm just jumping along that one with Mario. Okay, and then I have to use Yoshi Kid to go across, land on the box, then go across again, and then in this case there is a spring. What's going on? There we go. Fine sprite. Alright. Thunder Ridge does 5 damage to everyone. Alright, we're out of FP. That's okay. Survive without it. Well, now we got one, because Mario has the FP regen badge. Alright. And it was okay, because we leveled up, so everything heals again. more BP. Sleepy sheep, it'll put enemies to sleep. Not super huge on that item. But there's a spring that'll let us spring up to this top layer, so we don't have to do the whole thing with jumping across the boxes and stuff with Yoshi anymore. I just actually jumped off again, of course. Ugh. These cursed ghosts, blast it all. We got a Toad, Crump, and Bobbery on a bridge. You, by Blubbery's blotches, is that Mario over there? You're alive, old boy. Right, you came just in the nick of time. Get these two out of here this instant. But what about you, Admiral? You gotta get out of here, too. Just leave it to me. I'll keep these ghouls busy while you get out of here. Please, that's an order. Let me do what I must. Now, away with you. And he's... Well, Bobbery here thinks... What are we waiting for? Crump picks us up and runs off with us. Oh, Bobbery, please forgive our cowardice. We up and left you behind. Everything was happening so quickly. Forgive us. Come on, eh? Well, excuse me. I better be going also. Then it zooms in. And hey, you, out there, looking at the screen. Yeah, I'm talking to you. It may be pretty obvious to you who I really am, but no telling Mario, or else. And then he runs off. Look at the screen. Does that make sense to anyone here? It makes sense. Alright, well, we might have to fight those enemies, so let's pull Koops out so you can hit them without taking damage. Got another... Giant Sprite. Ugh, yeah. This is how Legend of Sea meets his end, eh? We got 3 of these ghost things. They could even hit us. That's good because we got the extra Koops. So we got the preemptive strike with the hammer, then Koops hit them all with his shell for 3 each, and that's 5 plus 3. And then Mario hit the second one for another 5. And then we overkill this one. 12 star points. Bobbery falls legit. Ugh, the pain of it all. Ooh, Mario, oh boy. Ugh, heck, ugh. I guess those blokes helped me a bit better than I thought. Mario, please hear my last request. I must thank you for taking me out to sea one last time. But there's one thing I need before I go to rest. I was saving one last bottle from my memory of Scarlet Protection here. I saw it among the floats and drifting towards the island, so it must be somewhere. It might have just been a slip of my felt like, ugh. Ugh, get me that Chocola Cola, old boy. So we have to find him his drink. Badge down here. we gotta find him his drink. So it divided into two, but because it only had 1 HP, each one also only gets 1 HP. Wrong color mushroom. Courage shell. It's a defense item, but I'm gonna toss this mushroom. I don't really use those kind of items. I already have that on as a badge. Ah, you still have. Oh, we have some fortunate such relief for Flavio. I thought some jungle beast was snacking on you while everyone was accounted for. Now wait, one minute. Am I wrong, or was there still one man short? That's right. Bobbery sacrificed himself to save us from ghosts. Please, we gotta go back and help him. What a lunacy burst short from your mouth. The Admiral lives? What fortitude. Mario, front and center. I'm entrusted the mission to save our dear Admiral. Oh, what's that you say? Chocola Cola? Oh, why would I have that? Oh, but yes, by the way, Flavio has been the curious. What do you need it for? What, now the Admiral say soon perish and wants to drink as his last wish? Ah, what are we dealing with here? It's a sort of last request, am I correct? Well, Flavio has no choice. I found it on the beach, but for this noble cause I yield. However, the Chocola Cola is part of our supplies. We need to survive. So I will need you to find something to eat to replace this. I'm deciding that much. Yes. I'm sure there's something on the side that would be a suitable replacement. Alright. Certain native foods, maybe the trees are hiding some fruit. So, if I'm correct, we have to go deep into the island here, and there's like some hidden fruit, I think. It's like a mango or something? Or not a mango, it's something else. So, we go back towards where Bobbery's at. Which, again, this is like kind of the annoying part. It's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So we gotta go down. There's like a island with a tree that has some golden fruit hanging off of it, way into the distance. We were just over here too. This is where I thought we could get that badge. Alright. Keep falling off and getting eaten by the piranha. Alright. You got a coconut from a tropical island, to be honest, it ain't tasty. Not sure. I think that even though it says it's not tasty, this is like Flavio is personally like kind of weird and quirky and he wants advice for eyes. Let's see if this is otherwise there's another fruit that we can get from this area too. Coconut, is it not? Well, that is island fare. It's somewhat cliched. I set my hopes. Well, here you go. Take the chuck. Oh, that's not it. Got a chuck. Got the cola. Tell him to waft the bouquet. Swizzle it gently and savor all of his. We're gonna rest here in the inn. Hi, that wasn't much, but we're very proud of our seaside shanty and night stays. 10 points. Keep tight. Alright. Time to go back find Bobbery again. Oh. Alright, let's give them the cola. It's a secret bouquet. Oh, sir. The glorious flavor, dear boy. It awakens the mouth. So, the sea was generous enough to deliver me this one last grace, eh? I have nothing left in the world now. Thank you for granting my last wish. Now I shall be united with my dear Scarlet. Farewell, Captain Mario. What? You're pirates. Where are those pirates? You hit him with the hammer. Bobbery, he's still kind of out of it, I think. What now? Oh, Mario boy, it's you. You have adventures in the afterlife as well, capital. You're still alive, you zany old coot. Yes, well, really? Well, this isn't a tropical paradise for fallen sailors. Oh, right. Now I recall, Mario boy, we still have work to do. You better take me with you, I should say. I'm sure my sea legs and explosive personality will be rather useful, eh? Bobbery joined your party. Bobbery's abilities, a primer. Press and release X to throw Bobbery, who will then walk a few steps and explode. Uses explosions to destroy cracked rocks, blast open cracked walls, and activate switches. Use the X to toss Bobbery and destroy the cracked rock. It's like a rock with a crack in it. He walks forward, his fuse ticks down, and then he explodes. Bounces back. With proper aim, you can even toss him to higher elevations. Toss Bobbery to the high ledge to activate the switch. he hasn't exploded yet, you can press X to trigger his explosion right away. Don't forget that option. I've mastered the abilities. When in battle, he can attack enemies on the bomb. He can also use Bomb Squad to toss out bombs that will explode when following turn ends. And then there's this weird skull-looking thing. I say this rock looks like a fiendish grinning skull, and that's the spot you can insert into something. You'll certainly see something the same shape as this indentation. I can't bring myself to find it. Well, Flavio has a red skull gem, so I'm gonna guess that it's that. Not remember how you... Cannot remember how to get that badge. Either way, once we get the skull gem, that'll be it for this video, because the skull gem will take us into the dungeon. Next part. We got giant pink bombs and then the flowers. The flower guys from the Boggly Woods area. And, oh. Bobbery still. Except he's not leveled up yet, so unfortunately his damage is going to be a little lower. Alright, gotta talk to Flavio again. Aha, it's Bobbery. Welcome back to you. You know how worried we were. My stomach has been most upset. I must worry about everyone here, but who worries for Flavio? No one! Do you know how hard that is for me to sit here in safety and worry so much? I do not know what is out there, but waiting to lurch and snack upon me. I do not even know how to get home for the sake of the blue briny sea. But no more yelling. Now is the time to pull together and work as a team. Flavio, oh boy, I must say, you talk rather too much, Bobbery says. Such insolence. Ugh. I growl at you like an angry jungle beast up to. So in any case, Mara, about that crystal star you spoke of earlier, it was a rather odd rock in the far east of the jungle with a skull carved into it. Call it an old sea bomb's intuition, but that skull rock smells suspicious. By Bobbery, you want to know what really smells suspicious? Flavio's armpit. Boy, smells like low tide. But seriously, you may be onto something with that skull rock. I see that's where the treasure's at. Well, anyone can figure that out, you mutinous joker. I mean, how obvious. I was already saying in my head that treasure is certainly behind that rock. And as such, I will continue the noble duty of protecting this camp from invasion. Mario. Captain Mario, carry on. I'm sorry to make so many points, you know. Flavio, you old cash grubber. You want treasure, why don't you go get it yourself? Oh, well, yes, Admiral, you see, he's, like, looking around. Well, yes, you have a point. Let us decide this fair and square, shall we? Listen to me, everyone. Who thinks I should go along to investigate the rock? Yes, basically all of the other crew members say you. There you have it, Flavio. Fair and square, eh? What? No, not fair. Flavio hates you all. Flavio will join you for a short time. has to say. Hey, that skull rock you mentioned, it sounds like you should go investigate that right now. Alright, so that'll be all for this video. In the next video, we will investigate the skull ruins and head into the dungeon for this chapter. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back with more Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door very soon. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day.